I want to tell you about a mistake that even the most seasoned resellers make, and it can really hurt your account if you mess up just one time. So let me tell you about that here on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go.
The following program contains disturbing materials that may not be suitable for some resellers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy. And today I want to talk to you about something that even the most seasoned resellers can get themselves caught up in, and just one time where you have your items not scanned. Maybe you have a bag full of stuff that you've dropped off at USPS and it doesn't get scanned for whatever reason. Well, you better hope and pray that those items arrive on time, because if not, that's going to be a late against your account, and it certainly will affect your account status. Now, I want to kind of cut over this here just so we can show the policy. Late shipments, guys. We got to find ways to avoid late shipments. Now, this channel, 2025, making videos to focus on the things that we can control within our business. Now, I get it. Some of you guys have 3-day handling. Some of you guys have same day, and it really depends on your situation. But if you have the means to do so, I implore you, you may want to consider using the shortest amount of handling time as you can, because all the different things that go into a listing, handling time, whether you charge for shipping, free returns, your price, your photos, all the things, your account health and your metrics and all that are associated with your account, all the things kind of add up to your ranking within the best match search. And of course, your buyer, if they're looking at two different items or two of the same items that are priced the same way, and the only difference is when they're going to get it, I promise you, a buyer is going to look for an item that's going to get there sooner than later. That's just the mentality we're dealing with. It's the Amazon buyer mentality where they want it today. They can get it today, because sometimes Amazon can get it to you today, eBay can't. Well, that's the buyer that might skip your item and buy someone else's because they can get it sooner than yours. So it's about getting out of the comfort zone. So if you're comfortable with 3 days, you don't have to worry about it. It's no stress. I get it. But it's about developing processes that in some cases you're not going to be comfortable with, but after a while it becomes the norm, and it ain't that bad. And I can tell you, we do same day. There is a hack you can use. Maybe some of you do 1 day because you can't do the same day shipping. But one thing to consider, if you do same day and have an early cutoff time, like 5 a.m., so anything sold between midnight and 5 a.m., you'll still put out, but you're probably not up to ship anyway until after 5 a.m. So why not take those few extra orders, if at all, to increase your favor in the eyes of the algorithm and your buyer, who will see, wow, I might get it a little sooner. So that's just something to consider. Now, there's two things that you need to avoid, and I'm going to show you the policy here in a second to confirm what I'm saying, because I always like to come to you with receipts so that I'm not making stuff up. Sometimes people come to you on these videos and they're like, I think it's this way. Well, no, you didn't tune into this video for my thoughts on it. You really want to know what eBay's thinking about it. So in this particular case, there's two things that will be counted against you, and then they both have to happen for you to get a late. Okay? So in this case, the delivery scan is after the latest estimated delivery date. So if the buyer gets a date, let's say from the 10th to the 13th, and that package shows delivered on the 14th, well, that's no good. And the other thing has to be met. You see the word "and." There is no carrier scan within your handling time. So that's the one thing you can control. You can't control the first part of it, when it gets to the buyer. I think almost every reseller out there has a story where they have a buyer that is still waiting for their package, and it doesn't matter the carrier, FedEx, UPS, USPS. I've dealt with them all, and they're all capable of delaying your package in some way, shape, or form. That's out of your control. You don't have any control on that. But you do have control over when you get that carrier scan. And both things have to be off for you to get a ding. Now, the thing is, if you get more than 3%, it's 5 lates. So remember, both conditions have to apply. Buyer gets it late, and there's no carrier scan within your handling time. Late shipment rate, no more than 5 or 3% of transactions. You got to be careful, because it could be one day where you go and drop off your packages, or you did everything you're supposed to do, but you drop them off, or you use the kiosk. You get there after the window closes at USPS, and you go to the kiosk and scan the kiosk, and then you drop it in the box. Well, the kiosk is not an official scan, and the reason is you could scan a package, not drop it off, take it home, and if it was an official scan, you can then go in and file a claim for a lost package. And then USPS would be like, well, we must have lost your package. But they know that there's people out there that would take advantage of that system. And so while they give you a receipt showing that you scan the packages, that's not an official scan in the eyes of USPS, and it's not an official scan for eBay either. So someone physically has to get a hold of your package and scan it at USPS. I'm using USPS as an example. The same thing will apply for FedEx and UPS as well, where a representative from one of those companies has to scan your package as actually receiving it for that to count. Now, many of you will have 3 days because, look, if I can't make it today, maybe I'm late with getting it to the post office. I don't have to sweat it, and I get it. Everyone needs to do what's best for them. But more importantly, we need to worry about the things we can control and not worry so much about the things we can't. So of the two things that can really screw you up, and both have to happen, there's only one that really we can have a process, and it's about developing processes. When you control things in your business, it's developing a process, whether you've written it down for other employees to follow or you have it right here in your head. This is the process that I have to avoid this from happening. So for many of you, to get your item scanned within your handling time would be to get to the post office, stand in line with that bag of packages or how many packages you have, and have that person behind the counter scan each and every one of them. Maybe that's the way to do it. The way we do it is we've built a good rapport, really a great rapport with our carrier, and every Christmas we show them appreciation. We give them $100. But guess what? That $100 goes a really long way. They take care of us the rest of the year, and they give us bags when we need them. They come to our door. They'll knock on the door. They'll ring the doorbell. Sometimes when we're not home, they'll come back. Sometimes we have a lot of packages. He'll come back. He has no problem doing that. And he scans the packages right then and there when he's putting them on his truck. I'll go out and have a 5-minute conversation with them, because this carrier is now preventing me from losing 30, 40 minutes because I have to go drive to the post office when they don't show up, stand in line, go through that whole thing, and then come back home, and I've lost 30 or 40 minutes. That is productive time that could really lose you some money. If you multiply that time over the course of a year, that could really cost you a lot of money. So I would recommend part of my SOP that's up here, because I'm the only person running the business. Jenna helps me, but she's not the one that's going to be taking these packages in. And that is, I go on to USPS.com, set my local pickup 6 months out. So I'm going 6 months out. Doesn't cost you a thing. Give an estimated number of packages that they'll be picking up on a daily basis, because every package that you have set for them to pick up gives that carrier a little bit more time. Believe it or not, that's what they told me. And so the other option is, if you just don't have it, some people don't have the option, they're maybe denied when they try to do a local pickup, you're going to have to go and drop your packages off. But I implore you to not drop off your packages unless you absolutely have to. Maybe you got there after the post office closes. Well, then you're going to have to leave them and hope that they scan them. The crew in the back scans them that evening, which they do. But don't be surprised either if you may not see a scan on that package until halfway through the journey, or sometimes when that package is actually arriving at the destination post office. So it's just something that you have to keep in mind. But it's about just focusing on and developing processes for the things that we can control. And again, worrying about the things we can't control, about how bad the post office is, or how bad UPS is, or how bad FedEx is. You know what? It's no sweat off my butt. As long as I do my job, I don't care how late that package arrives. Yeah, I'll have to deal with an item not received. And at the end of the day, I've dealt with many of those, and I have not lost a cent yet, knock on wood, or particle board here. Item is refunded because the buyer didn't receive it, and then they receive it a few days later. eBay is going to take care of me, as they have when they see the arrival scan, and they force me to refund my buyer. It's just the way it works. So there you have it, guys. And each and every one of you have to decide on how you're going to do this. Now, you can just keep doing what you're doing, but every time you drop off packages that aren't getting scanned, you're putting your account health at risk, and nobody is going to protect your account but you. And the amount of importance you place on that is going to determine how successful you are over the long haul. And you'll have fewer problems when it comes to at least this part of it, and that's late shipments. So figuring out how to, develop an SOP, whether you're putting it on paper or up here, and how you're going to implement that, whether it's same day or 3-day handling, is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. I want you to do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Of course, we say if you enjoy the content, why not subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be advised when we go live, which we go live almost every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you guys there, but if not, we'll see you on the next video, and I want you to have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.
Oh! Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Vero takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. When flipping ain't easy, by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Vero takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. Oh, all resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, but by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks, the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.